Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a clip of someone talking about getting a sweet milkshake type coffee drink and cake pop after the gym, and the comments completely lose it. Some people say this just cancels out the gym, while others have many other interesting comments. We're going to be reading some of them today. We're also going to be taking a look at several bonus clips, including some from Marissa Matthews, as well as a clip of someone saying fat guys don't want to date fat girls, so be sure to stick around until the end. Before we proceed, please click the like button so that I may apply comb to mustache.
Little sweet treat pick me up after the gym. Iced mocha, have it made with sweet cream, strawberry cream cold foam, and
After the gym, we're gonna have a sweet treat immediately.
then the cake pop is just for decoration. It's like Neopol.
The cake pop is just for decoration. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's gonna be decorating the inside of our stomachs shortly.
It's an ice cream when the chocolate and the strawberry mix together. And I've just kind of been in a funk like the last few weeks, like serious major brain fog, lack of motivation. I did go to the gym this morning.
Okay, I'm sure this drink is gonna help with all of that.
It made me feel a little bit better. But yeah, like if you're a PCOS, hypothyroidism girly, I know everything that I read says that that's like common with those, and I feel like mine,
Okay, so you're saying the PCOS is what's causing the brain fog and all of these other things.
always felt this to some degree, but I feel like it's been a lot worse lately, and I've just got to figure out like what are the remedies for it, because
It's funny to be saying all of this while holding that drink. She's like, I just can't put my finger on it. Something is making me all tired and have a bunch of brain fog lately.
and don't even get me started on this chin hair that's turning into a whole man. But yes, if you have any remedies for just being in the funk other than doing things like the gym, sweet treat, eating better, obviously.
Gym, sweet treat, eating better, obviously. I think we could remove the sweet treat and just do the gym and eating better if we want to feel better. Maybe the sweet treat is not helping us feel better.
I'm so glad they ended up giving me a large, because I've been sitting here drinking this and it's even better than I remember.
Okay, it's funny to say that after having all of those complaints. Okay, she's been in a funk due to her PCOS, so she decided to get a sweet treat. Now let's see what the comments say. Heather says, it's always PCOS and the thyroid, never the 1,000 calorie coffee. Yeah, I think it's funny to talk about being all tired and stuff all the time and feeling bad while you're drinking this giant sugary coffee. And having a cake pop. This person says, why do they blame everything on PCOS? This actually got a heart from the creator herself. So she was like, yeah, why do we always blame everything on PCOS? I agree. This person says, this canceled out the gym. For some reason, it's all red there like I hearted it or something. User 5347568158812 says, cake pop for decoration? Well, they didn't go. They had a laughing face and a skull, so. This person says, gym 200 calories, coffee 550. Yeah, that's basically where my head is. When I go to the gym and do high intensity interval training, at the end of that, I think it tells me I burned like 200 or 300 calories. Like something really lame like that, and it's very intense. It's right there in the name, high intensity interval training. Although I don't know if it takes that into account. I think it just sees you jogging. It doesn't care that you bumped it up to running every 10 minutes and sustained it for a full minute and then went back to jogging, not to walking. I don't think it takes that into account. Ya boy says, it ain't PCOS, trust me. A lot of people say PCOS caused their obesity, but a lot of studies have suggested that obesity exacerbates PCOS. This person says drinking this, which has like 600 calories and 75 grams of sugar, could be a reason why you're having issue, erasing all your hard work in the gym. Yeah, I can't believe that we would have this after the gym, and also we're like, we need a little pick-me-up because we don't feel good lately. Let's have this. This person might have nailed it. They said, gotta be rage bait. And her, the creator, actually hearted it. Is it rage bait? I don't know. This person says, damn, these comments are so rude. I doubt you would be saying this to a Pilates girl getting a coffee after class. You're doing great, girl. Keep it up. Okay, there's a supportive comment. I would be tripped out seeing anybody have a super sweet treat right after going to the gym. I wouldn't say anything directly to them. This person says, little sweet treats aren't 500 calories. I would actually be shocked to learn that that is only 500 calories. Chubba Cheeks 2024 says, you should never drink your calories. Laz says, girly, this cancels out the whole workout. Sunny Skies says, this is a joke, right? And she hearted it. I don't know if she's hearting some that say it's a joke or it's rage bait, just to try to save face because she got a lot of negative backlash from this. That could be the case. Now she could be like, oh, that was just rage bait or whatever, even if it wasn't. Tiffany Ariel says, America is a social experiment, I swear. I am not going to disagree with you, Tiffany. This person says, this literalt canceled out the gym. This person says, cake pop just for decoration, cuts video of herself eating it. Well, obviously, nobody bought a cake pop for decoration. It sat on the top of the cup for about 5 seconds and decorated it, and then it started to decorate our insides as we chewed it up and swallowed it. This person says, you gotta be kidding me, bro. This person says, LOL, I wonder what's causing the brain fog and lack of motivation. This person says, you can enjoy sweet treats, but you don't need that large. Drink a small one or get a large drink with healthy substitutions. A bad diet will always cancel gym efforts, unfortunately. Well, it is true that you can't outrun a bad diet. This person says, so we just driving around with no seatbelt on?
Yeah, I noticed that also.
This person says, and there goes your progress. Alright, so as you can see, everyone in the comments has a very similar sentiment. Why would you have this sweet treat after going to the gym? You're canceling out all your hard work. What do you mean, a cake pop is just for decoration? I have never decorated anything with a cake pop, except for my insides. That made it sound weird. That sounded really weird. I've been decorating my insides with cake pops. Ooh, would you stop saying it that way? Just say you're eating. Ew. No, I won't stop saying it that way. Sorry, shit's getting weird, dog. I would say it's very bizarre to be like, I'm doing everything to feel better. I'm going to the gym. I'm having sweet treats. I'm eating healthy. It's this one. That's the having the sweet treats. You can probably get I'm sorry about that. I didn't. That was unintentional. I don't agree with the comments that make fun of her, but I do agree that eating a sweet treat after going to the gym is likely canceling out all of our hard work and not making us feel any better. Next.
Welcome back to my new series, Examples of Fat Phobia, in case you didn't know.
Oh, I love these.
Ooh, this is a big one. Family members or people commenting on your body, your weight, the food you eat, or anything else of the sort.
That's an example of fat phobia.
Especially unprompted and without being asked for. That's fat phobia.
Well, if you did ask for it, then that wouldn't be, right? If you're like, hey, can we talk about my weight a little bit? And then somebody's like, yeah, sure, we could do that. And then you're like, that's fat phobia. That would be confusing if you accused me of fat phobia when you brought this up.
That's fat phobia. That is fat phobia. In case you didn't know, now you do.
Okay.
So don't do it, okay?
Okay, well, I wasn't planning on talking to anybody about their body, but if they upload a video to the public internet where they're eating or something, I think people are free to comment on that. You said that's also fat phobia, commenting on what somebody's eating. But what if they uploaded a video of what they were eating to the public internet?
Unlearn it. Stop commenting on people's bodies.
Listen, I've been unlearning several things lately. It's not making my life any better.
Thank you. Have a great day. Or the day you deserve.
Or the day you deserve. Whether or not it's warranted to tell somebody to have the day they deserve, it just comes off as super bitter and angry every single time. Next. Alright, there's a part 2 to this series.
Hello there, friends.
Hello, friend.
Welcome back to my new series, Fat Phobia, Examples of Fat Phobia, in case you didn't know. So the next example of fat phobia is treating fat people and being fat like a moral failing.
Like a moral failing.
It is not.
I don't know why so many people are complaining that others treat obesity as a moral failing. I don't think I've seen a whole lot of that. It is definitely the results of all the stuff that we did back there that led to us being here today, but I don't know if I would call that a moral failing. I believe there are plenty of rational, logical reasons that explain why some people are living in a larger body, and none of them have to do with morality. That's not my stance. I don't know why everybody's always trying to act like everybody thinks you're immoral for being overweight. Like you're partaking in war crimes to gain weight or something. You know what I mean? Like, I was actually just like eating some food back there or whatever. I wasn't doing anything immoral.
It's not a moral failing to be fat, okay?
Well, yeah, that doesn't even make any sense. It's not immoral to eat some Hot Pockets or whatever.
Okay.
Okay.
Bodies naturally come in different shapes and sizes. That is a fact, okay?
No.
That's a fact. You can't argue with that.
No, it's not.
It's a fact,
No.
okay?
No! I don't care how many times you say okay. Bodies don't just randomly come in various shapes and sizes.
Shapes, yes. Sizes, no.
Bodies come in different shapes and sizes. That's a fact, okay?
No.
Okay. So treating fat people like they're a moral failure? Yeah, that's fat phobia, so don't do it.
I don't think anybody is considering morality when it comes to body size, like I just explained.
Thanks so much. Now you know. Have a great day or the day you deserve.
All right, and we wrapped it up with another classic, Have the Day You Deserve. I'm gonna have to disagree with the idea that bodies come in all shapes and sizes. We are all born typically between 6 and 12 pounds. The next 150 to 500 pounds are up to you. I saw somebody say that in the comments once recently. Next.
Here's a hot take. Your body was never the problem.
That is a hot take.
The problem is a system that benefits from your shame. The problem is thinking that shrinking makes you worthy. Fat liberation isn't about loving your body every single day. It's refusing to punish yourself for existing.
Well, some people consider it punishing themselves to continue to live an unhealthy lifestyle, which is why a lot of people decide to change theirs. Sometimes we love ourselves enough to do the hard work to change.
So this is my closing reminder, is that you do not need to have a smaller body in order to be respected in this universe. Okay? Okay. I hope whoever needed to hear that heard that today. Have a good one and the day you deserve.
Wow, we're just gonna keep ending every video with that. Okay, and she wrapped that video up in the very same way. I guess she wraps them all up that way now. I just hope everybody has a good day, like I'm having. Next. Now she's gonna be responding to this comment that reads, health is very much visible.
Hello there. No, it's not, and saying it is ableist. So
I'm gonna have to disagree. Some medical conditions can be seen with the naked eye.
well, thank you for coming to my TED Talk today on Shit Marissa Says.
Should this person have the day they deserve?
I just got rid of my coffee mustache and have a fabulous day or the day you deserve, because this guy's an asshole.
Okay, I don't know why she got so angry at that one. That person just said health is very much visible. That really made her angry for some reason. I don't think it's ableist to say that health is very much visible. There are various medical conditions that can be seen with the naked eye. One of a doctor's most valuable diagnostic tools are their eyes. With these, we can see various things. I can see if you're missing a leg, or an arm, or if your body is obese, or if your body is very, very thin. I can see that hunchback growing out of your back, various things. And I'm not saying you have a hunchback. I'm just saying the body can be seen with eyes sometimes. We shouldn't get offended by that. Next. The caption reads, fat girls should date fat guys.
I have nothing against fat guys, but no one tells you that fat guys hate fat girls more than the fit ones. They are our biggest haters. Like, sir, you're fat yourself. We were on the phone and
That is true sometimes. I have seen a plethora of larger dudes going around harassing women and calling them larger and being like, I would never date a fat chick, when the dude himself is fairly rotund.
he goes, oh, do you like to eat? Because I'm really into juices. Sir, you don't look like you're into juices. But okay, I'm like, yeah, of course I like to eat the You can see it. I'm not denying it.
He said, do you like to eat? I'm really into juices. What kind of weird ass conversation is this? Hold on, let's see if I can read it. I can't really read it that great from here. It says, hey, just curious, what is your weight? Okay, that's probably where we should have just ended the conversation. This dude's on some weird crap. You responded with, you don't ever ask a woman her weight. And then you said, why is that something you're curious about anyway? And then he said, I mean, just wondering after seeing your pic. And then you said, exactly, I'm trying to figure out what you're wondering. And then he said, I am trying to see that you would look good or bad with me since I weigh around 105 kilos. Okay, we're gonna get to the juice conversation.
And then we continue talking. And I was like, oh, do you go to the gym? What kind of workouts are you into? And he goes, no, I just get my workouts in at work. He works at FedEx. FedEx, that's where you're gonna burn calories? Please.
What? FedEx is a physical job where you have to go deliver packages. You're over here laughing at it like it's not a physical job and like you can't burn calories doing it? What? This conversation is very bizarre. I will say she is right. A lot of larger dudes don't want to date larger women. For whatever reason, they're in denial about how large they are. However, I've also seen a lot of people living in a larger body that have unrealistic expectations. A lot of people think even though I don't take any care of myself, Harry Styles should be with me, and that's who I have posters of all over my wall. You guys need to get one of these posters. Way better.
You can count those rows as calories too. I be running back and forth trying to make your burrito. Miss me with that bull.
So you have a job making burritos or whatever, and you're trying to say, I also move around at my job. So you felt personally attacked when he said he got his workout at work. You felt like he was attacking your job and saying it's not as physical or something. That's weird.
Bullshit, bro. Like, I'm so tired of y'all.
Okay, and we wrapped up the collection of clips by hearing that story, which was pretty interesting. She said she was talking to a dude who said he juices and he gets his workout in at work working for FedEx. For some reason, she thought that was ridiculous. She's like, what? You couldn't get a workout in working at FedEx. I'm pretty sure a lot of those delivery jobs, you have to start off in the warehouse doing all the crappier grunt work, like literally loading boxes onto pallets and moving them around and all this type of stuff. Also, the delivery drivers themselves have a pretty difficult job. They have to get out of the truck, take these packages all over the place. It's weird to discount the hard work involved in that. And then she said, I get plenty of exercise in making your burrito. So him talking about getting his workout in at work was somehow offensive to her. She did have a good point that a lot of larger dudes don't want to date larger women. They seem to be in denial about how large they are. Kind of like Peter Griffin from Family Guy. He's like, no fat chicks, but he's exceedingly overweight. I've actually seen that before. However, there are also a lot of people who think they are owed an attractive partner even if they don't put any work into themselves, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. So we had a lot of interesting clips in today's video, but what do you think? Is it not a good idea to have a sweet milkshake type coffee drink and a cake pop after the gym? Is being larger a moral failing? And is it true that big men don't want to date big women? Leave a comment below. Happy Thursday, everybody. Anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. And I'll see you in the next one.